What is up, y'all? I'm Benjamminoutdoors, and this is my channel. Welcome back, y'all. So today I'm so excited to start working on something I know y'all been wanting me to work on, and that is the GSXR 1000. So I've actually worked on this multiple different locations, so there'll be videos from Lakeland, Alexander City, and now obviously Opelika. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be kind of all over the place, but I'm ready just to get this thing done. I'm pretty sure I have everything that I need. I just need to finish painting the tank. So I actually purchased one of the nice Black Widow spray guns from Harbor Freight. Super excited to try that out, see if I can lay some glass on this tank. Y'all enjoy the video. So, I guess the injectors were part of the issue. So now I'm gonna hook up the clutch cable. It actually comes out that hole right there into that lever right there. So it's gonna be routed around here, through there, and out there. Gonna route it through here. The cable through. Hook the cable up, put it into the ridge. I'm gonna thread it into that section right here. Now we're gonna set it up on the clutch lever. I'm gonna hook it into the clutch lever. Adjust this all the way in. Clutch lever is hooked up. So I'm gonna reinstall the front brake system. I'm gonna pull these bolts out, slide the caliper on. I'm gonna route this up around. Gotta fit this up around. So the front brakes are back in, the clutch cable's back in. Basically everything is done except cosmetics. Just have a few more parts to assemble and we'll be good. Gonna start stripping the tank now so I can start repairing the damage on it. Gonna get a heat gun. Now gonna hit it with some lacquer thinner. I'm about to start trying to repair this tank. There's this nice dent right here. Then there's this one on this edge. I'm gonna try to use my spot welder and try to pull that out. And then also on this side, that is bent in a little bit, but that won't be too hard to bend right back out. So I sanded those spots down, and I got the dent repair stud welder kit out. So let's put it to work. This is the lowest spot right here where I couldn't grind it off. So I'm gonna try to. You can actually see it pulled it back out. As you can see, there's still a low spot here, but you can see this was pulled back up. So it's already working. Load the tip. Looks a whole lot better. Holy cow. Look at that. Nice and straight. Almost matches this side. So I had to buy some more body filler, but I'm going to mix it with fiberglass resin to make a harder Bondo compound, so hopefully it's a little more durable than just Bondo. Just a little bit of resin. It's a little runny, so I'm going to set it up. I'm gonna start shaping this more. I'm going to paint both the Gixxer and the S1000 tank with the high dollar primer that I purchased, and hopefully like do a light sanding and get it perfect, and then start with the actual color, the base coat. This one had a lot more imperfections, so I might have to do a few coats of the primer to try to fill in some spots, but you know, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and spray these. I'm going to use the rain to wet sand. So we're going to do another coat of primer on the GSXR 1000 tank. Looks great. I should be able to wet sand this after it dries, and then I should be able to spray white and then clear. So this is the shifter. It actually got ate up a little bit, and I'm going to try to build that back up and sand it back down to where it looks like this side. So this upper triple tree mount is actually from my GSXR 1000, and I actually have to weld up this hole because someone drilled and tapped that. So this screw hole goes all the way up, not sure why, but I don't want it there. So I'm about to clean this up and actually weld it up and then flatten it out and then sandblast the whole thing so I can Cerakote it and make it look brand new. Clean it off really well, and I'm gonna weld it up. I'm about to sandblast this upper triple tree for the GSXR 1000 so I can Cerakote it. I finished sandblasting the upper triple tree for the Gixxer, and I am currently letting it dry. Make sure there's no moisture in it because I just rinsed it off. And we're going to come back after it's done drying and we're going to spray with some Cerakote. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, so I got some Cerakote here, so I'm going to do an 18:1 ratio for this Elite Series coating. Here it goes. Let's see. So, I actually got some paint for this tank a while ago, and I actually had them match it to this tank, or this fairing. So this is a Monster Fairing that I got, actually a long time ago obviously, and have not shown it yet, but this is the white that I'm matching. Nothing fancy, no fancy pearl, so that shouldn't be hard to match. I'm going to wipe it down with some Prep All. Make sure this thing is super clean. So I'm going to add the paint to the gun. It's actually not much paint. I got the PSI around 30 PSI, so should be good. Gotta get the PPE. Looks like garbage. I got some running. It's, for some reason, it was very watery. I think I put too much urethane in there. Reducer, maybe, I don't know. Frick.
All right, let's try this one more time.
So after painting the tank with some cheaper spray guns that were old and that were heavily used, it just didn't come out well. So I decided I was going to sand the thing all the way back down and trying to repaint it with a higher quality paint gun that I got from Harbor Freight. I picked up the Black Widow spray gun, and I was super excited to try it out. So I cleaned it up and got it prepped and ready after sanding it down for some paint. So I got the paint in the new container. Ooh.
So as you can see, there's a bunch of specks in it. And I think that was mainly because I was actually like doing it with the mist out here. This is also 2-year-old clear coat that was opened. So it's not the fault of the Harbor Freight spray gun, but overall I think it laid pretty nicely. I just have to wet sand it a lot. But I put a lot of coats on there, so I should be able to wet sand those little specks out.
I'm gonna start with 1,000. Actually have a block on it.
So there's still some imperfections in it. I sanded all the clear coat down to where I couldn't see anything, any waviness, anything. So it should be theoretically good, but there are still some like pitting from specks. I guess the stuff basically the pitting was so deep in the clear coat, I can't get that gone. You know, I'd have to re-clear it. So I'm gonna polish it out and see what it looks like. So I did 1,000 grit wet sand. I'm gonna see if I can go with the liquid with the buffer now, with the scratch remover, 3M, or it might have been the rubbing compound, and then the scratch remover after that. We'll see how that does. So I couldn't find my compounds. I guess I left them in Lakeland, but I got this at Harbor Freight. It's actually like $50 for both. It was expensive. But I got like a mid-cutting compound, like it was like 4. And then this one says it's no cutting. This should be like a scratch remover. Like I had the 3M scratch remover previously. So we're gonna start with this Pro Speed Polish M200. See if it gets rid of the 1,000. Hopefully we don't have to buy anything else other than this one. And then this will be polishing out.
So that's gonna be it for this video. I really appreciate y'all watching. In the next video, we're gonna work on trying to put the tank back together and get all the fairings opened up and just assemble the whole entire bike, which it's obviously been 5 years in the making, and I'm just super excited to finally be done with it. So anyway, like y'all saw in this video, I struggled a lot with painting this tank. I did a lot of base coats, sanding back down, base coats again, and I just struggled, because I don't do painting enough to really be good at it. But one thing I need to basically get better at and remember each time I paint is lay it on thin for the first couple coats. I believe it's called flashing. Basically do a really light coat, let it flash, another light coat, let it flash, another light coat, until you get a really good, solid, semi-dry, semi-wet surface to be able to put a nice thick base coat on. Because that was what I was really struggling with initially, or throughout the entire time until this last base coat that I did. And then also, I think I was putting too much reducer in there as well, making it extra watery, so if I didn't do a light coat, it just dripped right off. But, you know, finally I got it to where it was a nice base coat, and then I could go in with the clear coat. And I laid a crap ton of clear coat. But I laid it in non-ideal circumstances, which was like moisture in the air. It was just not great. So that's why I ended up with some of those imperfections in the tank. Overall, I'm not entirely dissatisfied with the condition, but it's not perfect, and I like things perfect. But when I'm not a professional, it's hard to get that perfection. But it comes with time. This is way better than some of my previous paint jobs, like on my Cafe Racer Ninja 250. I didn't even sand and buff that. That was just, I laid it, the clear down, and that's how I let it go. Also, CBR 600 RR, the off-road bike. That one, the pearl, I put the pearl in the black, liked that a lot, but I also didn't sand and buff that either. So that one, it looked good for a while until I beat it up. So this is the first time I've actually, you know, painted something, sanded and buffed it to where there's no orange peel or anything. Overall, I'm happy in that area, but still didn't paint the clear when I should have. I should have waited for better circumstances, but it is what it is. Overall, I'm just super excited to try to get this bike all together and done because that's money in my pocket and just another successful rebuild whenever I do. So anyway, until next time, catch you on the flip side.